Hingle McCringleberry, live to you the 17th of September, 1978, for a special report on the Camp David Accords, which will soon be signed. These documents will be signed by Egyptian President Anwar el-Sadat and the Israeli Prime Minister Menachem. What led to these events started in 1973 in the Sinai Peninsula. Let me welcome historian Benedict Cumberbatch.
Thank you, Hengel. In the 1973 Yom Kippur War between Israeli and Egyptian tanks in the Sinai Peninsula, the Egyptian tanks crossed the Suez Canal and demolished the Israeli defense lines, then advanced on the Sinai. The Soviets assisted the Egyptians with their anti-tank Saga missiles and took the Israelis by surprise. After Nixon assisted the Israelis with military supplies, they decisively took the Sinai and encircled the Egyptian Third Army. Lengthy talks eventually ensued with a ceasefire upon both sides. Back to you, Hengel.
Thank you, Benedict. If we could now move over to our live report from Camp David, Virginia, with our on-site correspondent, Dan Smith.
Thank you, Hengel. Here at Camp David, the documents formerly known as the Framework for Peace in the Middle East will soon be signed. These papers outline what the parties have agreed to do.
But Dan, what do we need to know about the documents regarding the West Bank and the Gaza Strip?
Egypt, Israel, and Jordan will agree on the modalities for establishing an elected self-governing authority in the West Bank and Gaza. This means they will have sovereignty from the other countries around them.
Dan, and what specifically does it say about the documents regarding Israel and Egypt?
Well, upon signing, Israel and Egypt will agree not to settle disputes with force. To settle these matters, they will negotiate in good faith. Also, the Egyptian border, which has been designated between Egypt and mandated Palestine, will be put into effect. Additionally, Israel will agree to withdraw forces from the Sinai. More minor terms for the use of airfields left by the Israelis near El Arish, Rafah, Ras el Nakba, and Sharm el-Sheikh will be solely for civilian purposes, including possible commercial use for all nations. Another agreed term is free passage for Israeli ships through the Gulf of Suez and the Suez Canal. The final major term agreed upon was that of a highway being constructed between the Sinai and Jordan near Eilat, with guaranteed free and peaceful passage by Egypt and Jordan.
Thank you, Dan. This major event can hopefully bring much more stability to the Middle East. Now let's go to some exclusive footage of the signing.
Mazel tov.
Shalom.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Ain't that something? Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. Join us tomorrow morning for the weather. If you're just joining us, I am Hingle McCringleberry, live to you, September 17th, 1978. And I forgot my line.
Assalamu alaikum.
Voila, Kasim.
Assalamu alaikum.
Voila, Kasalim.